Hi guys, Nick of Nicktastic Art. Thank you for stopping by my art channel. I appreciate your support very much. Tonight we've got an interesting Dutch pour, and to be honest, this actually started out as a completely different canvas. I was going for some reds and blues and gold, but when I tilted, I over tilted and had to scrape the entire canvas. But you know, as you know, Amsterdam paint and other brands are not things that we want to just be wasteful of. So when I scraped the canvas, I scraped it all in to a container and mixed that container. And that container became the base for this canvas. So it's a very unique color of purple. It's not a mauve, it's not a violet. It's something that is just a combination of the colors that I was using. And then instead of using blue or any kind of accenting colors for the purple, I decided to take it with a very, very fiery approach. So there's oranges, there is a dioxazine purple in here to make it deeper, but join me on this journey, won't you? And here are the dried results. Boy, I think I'm gonna call this one Firecracker. I love the flow of the blowout. I love how it goes down the center and then up on either end. I think that's very pretty. I love the way the colors turned out on this purple. I'm gonna bring you in here for a little bit. I've got some studio lights on, so hopefully you guys can see without that light being so bright. So, oh, just beautiful. Look at that burst of color right there. I just love it. That purple really offsets the gold and the orange and the red colors. It's kind of just a flow together. The gold on the other side, just really kind of attractive, how it accents these colors. That the bottom color itself actually is really attractive. I don't think I could make that color again if it hadn't been from a pour that went awry. So overall, yeah, I am super happy with the way this one turned out. I think it's just got a lovely movement and some really popping colors that just remind me of a firecracker. Thanks for stopping by the channel, everyone. Find your bliss. Hi guys, as you can see, we've got a base covered in the purple, and this is quite a purple. Hopefully it doesn't come off too Barney, but we had a faux pas with a red and a blue combination that ended up just making a mud of purple. So I've scraped that canvas, and we're gonna do a Dutch pour using this purple base. Now there are a lot of colors in here. So there's gold and blue and indigo and all kinds of colors like that. So we're gonna work with the purple we got, because we make lemons out of lemonade. We're going to use some white, some Azo Deep, some Rose Madder, some oranges, and just make a very pretty flow. And we will probably be adding gold. No, we will definitely be adding gold to this. So I've got Amsterdam Vermillion. I've got Loft Orange. This is the Amsterdam Vermillion. And I've got a Soho Cadmium Orange. We're probably going to use all three of those. We're going to use Arteza's Deep Gold, and we're also going to use Precious Gold from Pebeo. Rose Madder, we know I love that. The Azo Deep is actually Soho's, and then Loft White. So let's lay these colors. We're going to start with the white, because I don't want it to overmix, and we're going to go right in the center here with a big bit of white. And my thought process is that we're going to do a little bit in this middle. We're going to actually blow the middle down and then these two sides up. So it's not actually a smiley face, though that's what it looks like right this moment. We'll put some more white on in just a moment. There's the Rose Madder. And this is actually thicker than I normally use for a Dutch pour. And that's because we're we've got a pretty significant canvas that I had to scrape, and so I've got to just go ahead and get that addressed. So we are going to go with the Vermilion next. And again, this is Amsterdam's Vermillion. And then we're going to hit it with the this is Azo Deep. And then we're going to, this is adaptability at its finest. Do the Artist Loft Orange, maybe. And it was. I don't see anything in there, so I don't think it was something blocking it. We're gonna go with this deep gold. I don't have very much of that because I just use it for a big pour. But I know what I can do to compensate for that. I actually have a gold over here that will get a little bit more out of that with this version of it. Okay. And then we're going to go with the Cadmium Orange. And I'm going to put a little bit more of that. I think that's super pretty against that purple. This purple should dry darker, as with a lot of colors in acrylic. And then we're going to go with this gold. And then I am going to tie in the purple a little bit to this with a Dioxazine purple. So a really, really deep, dark purple. And that, I think, will tie wonderfully together. So again, this is very, very thick for a touch pour, but we're gonna roll with it and see what happens. So we definitely need to use low on the dryer. And gonna just pop these air bubbles. And we'll start blowing. Okay, I think what I want to do is add some white in here because I'm not getting enough contrast for what we're working with here. So I am going to add some white. And I think that should help things out. I'm not mad about this section, but we'll add the white there. And then I'm going to hit it with the purple again also because I'm losing some of that Dioxazine that I think is going to set it off appropriately. And then we're going to hit a little more gold too. Oops. Got the hairdryer under my arm and I turned it on. I think that one's enough. All right, let's try this again. Okay. So I'm okay with the way the blowout went. It is a little crazy, but we're going to take our straw and do some expressing of these, basically to open these up more so that they have kind of that backgroundy feel to them also. And some people like to do this with their mouth, some people like to do it with a straw. It really just depends for me. So we'll get started. The way I'm choosing how to do this is I'm trying to soften it so that there is the interaction of the background with the foreground. And we're basically going to have to do this all the way along. I'm not probably going to make you guys watch that. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this blown out and I'll bring you back here in just a moment.